I found the right design for your unit. Here.
Hey, that's not bad. That looks sort of fierce.
You can say that again. A fierce butterfly, you cupcakes.
Whatever it is, you found the right design for our squad insignia. Now we can get started.
Are you sure you
Wanna watch?
getting a tattoo?
Isn't for sensitive souls!
Sensitive souls? The very nerve.
As you wish.
Sensitive souls. Phew. I don't believe it. I've jammed hot needles in parts of my body that... What do you know? It was so boring, I just fell asleep. Who came up with that "you can sleep when you're dead" nonsense? I didn't find death all that restful, really. Can I take this deck chair?
Sure.
I mean, sure.
Do you need the...
Do you need the instructions?
Never. A Marine doesn't need instructions.
Suit yourself. Suit yourself.
Huh, my second favorite tool, right after the wrecking ball. Can I have the crowbar?
Sure. I mean...
Yeah, sure, pal. Take it.
Why do you need one?
As a shoehorn.
I see. Tattoo or not, she's much too soft for the war. Hey, Lottie, can you come to the gate now to identify me?
No, I
Can't right now.
have to wait until the swelling
And my tattoo goes down.
Yes, but...
I said...
No!
Hey, no access for civilians.
I'm not a civilian. I'm part of the Resistance, which, by the way, is also why you were going to accompany me to the gate.
Well, tough luck. I have new orders. I'm supposed to guard the radio and bring in any messages from the front.
Well, I've got a message here, from the frontmost front. I have to get into the rebel camp, and pronto.
Then talk to the Major. She sets the priorities here.
Yeah, you bet I'm going to. Wait a second, that's no Major. That's just Tony.
You know Major T?
That's my ex-girlfriend.
I see she's moving up in the world. Not just professionally.
Any goat. Judging from the design, this must be Lottie's lunchbox. She's always been a Cowboy Dodo fan, but she isn't allowed to go to the concerts anymore. Not since she threw her bra onto the stage. Oh, that poor drummer. May he rest in peace. God, they'll let anybody into the Resistance these days. Whatever happened to the good old Rufus test? Did they run out of fries? Can you come to the gate now to identify me?
No, I'm supposed to guard the radio and bring in any messages from the front.
But...
If you want to complain, talk to the Major. I'm busy.
Well then, let's see what Lottie has in her lunchbox. What is that? Lottie didn't take her hormones. Maybe the fortune teller was right after all.
What's that you've got? Is that a message from the front?
No less.
Not from Bozo by any chance.
Would I lie to you about such an important topic? Or would I leave the conclusion to your imagination in the hope that it might by chance help me out?
Yeah, enough with the fancy schmancy. Give me the letter. My dearest honey bunch. Huh. Are you sure this letter is for me?
Bambi. Honey. Makes sense. Some people get poetic when they're mortally wounded.
What?
Sorry. I didn't mean to jump the gun.
Wait. Dearest honey bunch, I wish you were here with me. Blah, 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 blah. To be more exact, I stepped on an organon landmine. Oh no! Bozo! Is he alright?
Well...
Is he still alive? Tell me! Or do I have to pull the information out of you in the form of your brain tissue through your nose?
Hey, stay calm. No reason to get aggressive right away. I'm just a mailman. Bozo is with his family. You should set out right away.
Wait, there's more. Watch out for the mailman?
Oh no, the small print isn't that important. Go on. You're losing valuable time.
Right. I need to be by his side. Hang on, Bozo. I'm coming.
That was easy. And I didn't even have to lie. Presenting the new and improved Rufus. Forget the Rufus you once knew. Surprise!
Rufus, good to see you.
Yeah, and your mother smells of... What? It's what to see me? Good.
Yeah. I was afraid something had happened to you.
Hey, something's different. You got a new hairstyle?
Close. A new therapist.
Where did they get all this stuff in such a short time? They even have the new model 67.5. No, wait, that isn't the model number. That's a label with the radio frequency they use. Something is different about her. Of course, the foam around her mouth is missing. Yoo-hoo! Tony!
Ah, Rufus. Won't you sit down?
I need to talk to this new general. Can you take me through the gate?
I could, but I won't. I need to finish my meditation first.
Excuse me, does that mean you're just gonna sit here? The Organon might be initiating the detonation of our planet at this very moment.
While the last high boat is still anchored at Ascension Customs? Unlikely.
Unlikely. Will you still be saying that when everything around here suddenly turns into a flaming fiasco? Oh, now that was highly unlikely.
You mean like back when you tried to turn lead into brass instruments?
That was a completely different matter. Anyway, it would have worked if only I hit the high F sharp.
Oh, Rufus, just relax. We've got everything under control here. The General has a plan.
Come on, Tony. I just want to get into the camp.
And I say, you had better stay out of it. We've got everything under control here.
So the General has a plan? What kind of plan could that possibly be if it doesn't involve me?
That's a secret.
But I'm the leader!
You used to be the leader. We have a new general now.
New general, new schmeneral. No. You don't even have a war anymore. I mean, where's all the action? The explosions, the dismembered people, the burning huts.
As I said, we have a new general now.
And what's the deal with that secret plan?
That's a secret.
Yeah, you don't expect me to simply swallow that.
Why not? You swallowed an entire liter of paint thinner, and everybody knows that stuff causes immediate brain damage.
Yeah. That was cool. Things seem to be different with the Resistance these days.
Thank you.
That wasn't a compliment. Everything here is so...
Organized?
boring, lame, dreary.
I guess that's because we drove the Organon out of Portofisco. We have new equipment and new command structures.
Excuse me, I can barely hear you. Your mechanical beard is making too much noise. So, you found yourself a new therapist?
Yes, and he is really good. For one thing, I no longer have this recurring nightmare where I'm being chased by a GNU, where the walls are dissolving around me until the whole house collapses on top of me.
Yeah, that was quite a memorable day. And you must admit that the gate really stopped squeaking after that. How can you just sit here totally unperturbed? The world is coming to an end.
Does that mean you ran out of your famous plans?
No, of course I have a plan. But for that, I need,
Help?
A minimum of support. Remember, it's me who's saving everyone's fat, lazy behinds around here.
In that case, let me thank you. But there's no need for you to save us. We've got a plan of our own now. If you want to help us, just sit somewhere and don't touch anything that flashes, or is in any way combustible, or yellow. Oh, you know what? Don't touch anything at all.
Come on! Death to the Organon and all that.
I know that you mean well, but there's no need for you to save us. We've got a plan of our own now. If you want to help us, just sit somewhere and don't touch anything that flashes.
I know exactly how I can draw out the old Tony.
Spare yourself the effort.
You should know me better than that. When have I ever made an effort? Do you remember how I used your grandmother's urn as a pudding bowl?
I'm sure you had your reasons.
Yeah, but the thing is, that wasn't pudding at all.
Hey, that's really a good answer to the question where that funky smell came from. Thanks for letting me know.
Do you remember how I tried to teach Mr. Woofy to fly?
Yes, I certainly do. And I apologize if my reaction back then was a bit over the top. I just couldn't control my fists or my brass knuckles.
Yeah, but you don't even know the best part. A week later, it worked after all. And the story about Mr. Woofy being hit by a falling weather balloon is only half true, you know.
What? Now that's a relief. In that case, my reaction was completely appropriate.
Do you remember how I secretly took photos of your mother in the bathroom?
Yeah, but I never understood why.
Because I never told you that I sold the pictures to old ogling Aussie. Of course, I had to throw in some, underpants, or I couldn't have afforded the sticker album.
You are such a prankster. Always good for a surprise.
I have risen from the dead.
Congratulations.
Doesn't that scare you at all?
Rufus, there was so many times when you blew yourself up, set yourself on fire, sawed into your leg, or got trampled by stampeding buffalo. You really have to come up with some new tricks if you want to impress me.
Aww. There's 3 of me now.
All right, now that is impressive, but also totally absurd.
But it's true. I cloned myself.
I think we would have noticed by now, from the rain of ash or some such thing.
There's 3 of me. Honestly.
Oh, boring.
Oh, I give up.
You do? Oh, remind me to send my therapist a fruit basket.
It's not over yet.
What isn't over yet?
No, well, it's over. But I'll be back.
No rush. Oh, Rufus, what are you doing?
I'm making you livid. I am, right?
By playing around with the radio? Not at all. Be my guest.
Huh? Really?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, yeah. I don't know. It's no fun when it's allowed. Good idea. If I set the frequency of Tony's radio on the baby phone, I can reach Tony anytime. Easy. Now all that's left is the question of why I should radio her at all. She stopped fetching me from random bars with a wheelbarrow a long time ago. Yoo-hoo!
Oh, Rufus, why don't you just admit that... Wait a minute. 1, Rufus. 2 Rufuses.
Exactly. There's 2 of me now. 3, actually. 3 times the action. Rufus! Rufus! Rufus!
Ah! All right, Tony, just stay calm. You have a good therapist, and you're gonna see him right now.
That was fun. Go on. You know the game. Shoo! Hey, snot noses! Come here! And now be good and keep still, okay?
What exactly are you planning to do?
Keep still. That applies to your pie hole as well. Ta-da! No. It's closed very tightly. And there we are. Bananas. Oh well, could have been worse. If I really understand quantum theory, then I had a 50% chance of finding a dead cat in there. That was at least a 10.0. Hey you, monkey want a banana?
Are you calling me a monkey?
I wouldn't mind having a banana.
No way! It's bad enough that I have to play the monkey. I won't be insulted on top of it.
But you make the better monkey.
What are you trying to imply?
Never mind that now. I'm hungry, and with all that fuss you're making, we'll never get those 5 zlotys. I'll take the banana.
Oh, so you are making the decisions now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Me and my monkey will gladly accept the banana.
How dare you! Hey, come back, you monkey! Ah, rats! Hey, what do you think you're doing? Are you going to play the monkey now?
I wouldn't dream of it.
Then leave my fez alone. Unless, of course, you know someone who would be willing to take over the job.
Let's see. Do I know someone who would like to play the dancing monkey for a monkey in the sewer?
I would also give you my first take as a finder's fee.
Oh, maybe I'll come up with someone after all.
Show them the fez. It's the only cool thing about the job. Have you found someone who will play the monkey for me?
Not yet.
That's strange. Did you tell them that they get to wear a fez?
Can I borrow the crank?
I thought you were going to get me a dancing monkey.
Yeah, so?
What do you mean, yeah, so? What am I supposed to do with a dancing monkey if my organ doesn't have a crank? Or was it that you weren't really planning on finding me a new partner?
Sure I was. Yeah, of course.
If you change your mind, I want my fez back.
Here, nobody wants to play a monkey for you.
Did they tell you why not?
I'll ask them next time. Can I borrow the crank?
Go ahead and take it. I need a new partner anyway before I can start grinding again. And this time, I am definitely not going to be the monkey. But remember, I need the crank back.
Sure. As in previous years, the prize for the most obvious inventory puzzle goes to the crank. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Au revoir, mes amis. May this jack lift your van into a better life. Rufus, poet, philanthropist, back patient. Something's moving back there. It's hard for normal eyes to tell what it is, but I can see it's a blurry blob. No doubt about it. Hey, there's something moving there. Isn't that? Of course. That's baby Bozo in great danger. I have to tell Barry about it. Goon? Goon, you old warhorse! What are you doing here?
Hey, Rufus, I don't know how I can ever thank you.
That's no reason to get all sarcastic. I know I treated you badly, but I've mended my ways.
Yes, I know. I could hardly believe it. And then you found us this great place in the city.
Yeah, I did? How odd. Oh, yeah. The good old days, huh?
But Rufus, we already talked about that.
We did? Not that I can remember. Can't have been that interesting. So, how's life been treating you, old pal?
But Rufus, we already talked about that.
We did? Not that I can remember. Can't have been that interesting. So, the two of you are really together?
But Rufus, we already talked about that.
We did? Not that I can remember. Can't have been that interesting. Why don't you come out into the sun?
Tempting.
But Goon, your grass allergy.
Ah, so what? Will it kill you to stand for a moment? After all, it isn't good for a relationship if you're constantly in each other's lap.
Says the man responsible for the bizarre impairment of his girlfriend's sanity.
Bizarre impairment. I have to remember that one.
Where is she anyway?
Yeah, okay, next topic. Be seeing ya!
Yes. See you.
Ciao, Rufus.
Here's a deck chair for you.
Oh, Rufus.
We couldn't possibly accept that.
Of course you can.
But it must have been expensive.
Ah, you can reimburse me later when you're back on your feet. I mean, who needs money when you can make someone happy?
Wow, Rufus. I don't know what to say.
How about thank you?
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Rufus.
And you'll get your money back. I promise.
Now hurry. You getting anywhere?
Not really. I wish there was an instruction manual.
Well, you can't have everything.
Oh, isn't he sweet?
Huh? Who now? Oh, Goon, yeah. Oh, yeah. And how? No, you're serious, right?
Say, how many more times are you going to turn that crank?
I don't know. Is there a limit?
Yes, and you used it up.
Oh, come on. Just one more time.
Ah! All right, you get to turn that crank just one more time. But then, I want my crank back. Do you understand?
Yay! No, wait. What am I doing?
Finally. Just stick it back on the organ, all right?
Bingo bongo! Do we still have a deal?
Of course. You give me a new partner, and I'll give you my first take as a finder's fee.
Oh, that sounds fair. Go on. You know the game.
Shoo!
Are you all right?
Nothing is right. Everything was so perfect. Goon and I had this little place right in the middle of the town, and then we were separated.
No, it's a jungle out there, you know, and some people will end up getting eaten.
Thanks, Rufus. But all I want is to have my goon back.
Yeah, but if you had a job, you could buy the crank from the organ grinder.
Do you think so?
That sleazy guy has already tried to hit on me more than once.
What would I have to do?
Well, just support his act a bit. It's no big deal, really.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Decided. You can discuss everything else with him. In the meantime, I'll find you a paying audience. Can I borrow the space heater?
Yes, just take it. It's no use anyway against the ice-cold cruelty of the fate that separated me from my goon.
Wow. Yeah, okay. Diva. Hello again, unfair lady.
Ah, the young father is back.
The organ grinder has a new monkey.
A new monkey, you say? Oh, I definitely have to see that. I hope the performance is really demeaning. That would actually be worth 5 zlotys to me.
Dance, little monkey, dance!
Shameful! That was truly awful. The poor girl. And I'm only giving her the 5 zlotys because I'm sorry for her.
Do you hear that? The crowd is not pleased. So the next time, you need to look a bit more friendly.
The next time? But we had an agreement. As soon as you earn the 5 zlotys, I get the crank.
That's correct. But the 5 zlotys don't belong to me yet. I need them to pay off my expenses first.
Expenses? What? Ah, Rufus, you've got to help me. The stupid monkey won't give me that crank because he claims he has to pay some kind of expenses.
Well, yes, that's right. Go ahead, Rufus. Tell her.
Well, you know,
Rufus? But what are you doing?
What does it look like? He's taking what he is due, his commission for successful job recruitment.
yeah, exactly. The, commission.
Does that mean you sold me?
What? No, I wouldn't put it like that.
Rufus! You sold me to a monkey, all the while acting like you wanted to help me. But I need that crank.
Oh, gimme, gimme, gimme. Can't you see how this money is making monkeys out of all of you? As if there wasn't anything more important in life than filthy lucre. You know, you should be grateful that I opened your eyes. I found you a job and taught you a valuable lesson. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you stay true to your goals, because the end justifies the means, which, strictly speaking, makes me a saint. you're still dancing.
That's because I still need the crank.
Is it really worth it, playing the monkey?
You could just give me the 5 zlotys instead.
I don't know. You actually dance pretty well, but 5 zlotys well? Nah. I better leave him in peace. He looks busy.